All right, I just got the bounce buster installed. I ordered it online. It's made by Minn Kota. The problem is the rod that comes with the Minn Kota, which is real light and nice and everything, it's too short. So I'm finding out that different different trolling motors and different boat configurations might require different lengths. So what I did is took Livescanner's advice and installed one, and they told me to go get for right now, a 3/4 inch rod, and I got it cut and kind of made it the right length for my application. I'm going to try it out. They're making me one out of aluminum, machined aluminum. That'll be lighter. I don't really like that because it moves a little bit, which that's the plastic piece, but the rod's kind of heavy and I think it makes it, move a little bit more. But what I did, and we're going to try this out, is I know it's trolling motor foot's laying on the step of the trailer, but what I did is I mounted the 2 transducers onto the Livescanner. Now I'm going to try it out. I've got the transducer for the Mega Live on this side, and then I've got the transducer. Both of them are facing the forward position, and I need to make sure. It looks like I've got it right. I'll know here shortly because I'm going to be putting it in the water and trying it out. If I've got it backwards, I might have to mess with this one and turn it the other way, but I think I got it right. And the way it worked out on the Livescanner is I've got this, I went ahead and flushed out the bracket for the live scope, and then I joined the other bracket and slid it down till it touched. And I've got them both, I think, adjusted straight with the Livescanner head arrow, and we're going to try that out in the water here shortly. Now what I ended up having to do to put that on there is I had some antennas mounted here, and I just kind of switched them over here to be able to get this on. Now this piece also comes with a quick release bracket. I didn't use it because of the rod so heavy. This piece kind of moved a little bit inside of that removable base, but whenever Livescanner gets that machined aluminum rod, it'll be lighter, and I think I'm gonna put that piece back on where I can remove the whole thing. But you can pull this and move it out of the way if you want, or pull this back out. You can put it in different positions, but I'm trying to do it one hand here, sorry. So that's what we got right now. I know it looks like a lot of wires up front, but I have a lot of electronics. I did do everything a little bit neater. Got my Livescanner pedal set up. That's kind of where I keep it at, right near my Talon switches, stomp switches. So I've got everything kind of set. I'm using that beat down mount. Been using it now for about a month now or so. So far I love it. That beat down mount, man, it's you could tie the boat off to a dock with that thing. It's stout. All right, this is what it looks like with the bouncer for the Livescanner. It's got this strap you can hook in place, stop it from moving around. I might do something with the wires, but anyway, I don't think it's going to pinch the wires or hurt them because it's rubber. On the Ranger 520, the way everything is made, I can't get the best support. The only support I can get is right here. It'd be really nice if we could come out here or here. So if someone else is doing their boat, I think the bouncer needs to be up here closer. The problem with mine is I either have to mount it on the bow of the boat, and I really didn't want that because there's not a good way for it to secure up toward the transducers, and then it's gonna, if you do that, then it's gonna matter like which way I have the Livescanner pointed when I want to retract the trolling motor, and I don't want to have to mess with that either. So mine, as you can see how mine's designed, the only way you can do it is that's about as far up as I can go. So at this point, I mean, it's sturdy. I mean, it shakes a little bit, but when you put that strap on there, it's really good and tight. And one neat thing about this is, yeah, there's some weight on here. I'm gonna try it. Everything does turn just as free as it does with one transducer. I've already tried it. Is the breakaway system in the shaft. So if for some reason, with it in the horizontal position, there was an issue, this thing would just break away, and then you can just grab the transducers and click it back in place. So that's another advantage to the Livescanner. All right, I'm out here on High Rock. It's Wednesday around noon on the 23rd, and I wanted to come out and try 2 transducers mounted on the Livescanner. I've got the Mega Live and the Live Scope mounted on the same scanner. I wanted to do a comparison because everybody wanted to see that, and also I wanted to make sure that I could run 2 transducers on the Livescanner. As of right now, it looks like it's working great. It's just as smooth as it was with one on it, with the additional weight added. It still runs great. I've tried to match the colors best I can on both units. Everybody wants to see the same color. I'm not a big fan of that amber color on the Garmin. The 1242, I believe, touch is what I have, and I just can't see that color on that screen. And I know other people have that same color that looks great on some of the videos I've seen, but for some reason I can't see that screen on this particular model of unit. I've got both units set up the same, and I'm locked on a brush. The trolling motor is spot locked, as you can hear it running around doing its thing, and I'm gonna use my cell phone to film the rest of the video of what the screens look like, and we can decide on which one's better. As of right now, the Humminbird seems to burn hotter. It's a little wider, and I can't get that tuned down, but I'll show you the settings on what I'm using on both units, and then we're going to try to catch some crappie here, because I see them all swimming around, and I think I do see some big ones on this brush pile, so we're going to try to catch some. All right, we're locked down with the Ultrex on spot lock. We've got our Livescanner, True Scan, that is locked down on a brush pile. Like I said, I've got both transducers mounted on one Livescanner. I tried to match the colors best I can, and I think that's about as good as I can get it. I actually like the blue screen on the Garmin better. This particular model of Garmin, I don't know, it's not the screen on these aren't, I don't know, it's different than what Humminbird uses. It's not as crisp, especially in sunlight, you can't really see. But I'm going to show you the settings that I'm using on right now, that I'm using on the Garmin. Let me see if I can hold the phone and get it. I'm going to go to menu, and I've got gain at 62%, depth at 25, forward at 25. We go to sonar setup. I've got noise reject at medium. Usually I just leave it off, but I'm using it. Ghost reject it off. I don't think it really does anything really much, but it causes you to have a spot in the screen that I don't like. And this TVG is off. Sometimes I'll turn it on medium, but today with the water clarity, I've just got that one set there. And if we go to appearance, I'm on amber. Color gain, I had to crank this one up to get it to match the Humminbird. Actually, I could probably go up higher than 85% that I got it at. And that's the set points that I have on the Garmin. So you can see what kind of screen I got. Now if we go to the Humminbird, I've got it on palette number 3. That's the one I like on the Humminbird. And then if we go over here to the settings here, I know it's sunny in the background. Hopefully you can see this in the video. I've got it on manual mode, of course, where I can set the depth. I've got the sensitivity at 10, contrast at 10. I've got the down at 25, and I've got forward at 25. I've got them all matching, best I could get it. We'll take that off. You can see the brush pile. Now, let's go over here to the 360 and kind of let you see what we got going on there with the 360. I'll let you look at it. You can see that brush pile right in front of us on that waypoint. And there's the Livescanner. It looks like I've got the transducers mounted pretty close with the arrow on the Livescanner so far. The Garmin LiveScope, since it's mounted a little bit lower, it picks up the trolling motor a little bit. So you'll see on the bottom here, sometimes it'll go away and see when the trolling motor moves. There's a fish. This went down. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back. Go back to our forward. So that way you guys can kind of see the difference between the two. Now what I'm doing is I've got the Livescanner down on the first light, which is almost the slowest speed. I think it goes half lights as well. And I'm using a trolling motor. Now see the boat kind of drifted off a little bit. You can see both of them we've lost there. Now I'm going to take the remote control and I'm just going to bump it. Now see, everyone says they don't need variable speed, but I'm going to tell you, if you don't have variable speed on brush piles, you're missing things, because it's hard to actually, if you turn the speed up, it's really hard to lock perfectly onto the brush pile because it wants to jump so fast. So I know there's some others out on the market, and I've talked to some other people and I've showed them mine, and They actually like mine better because of that variable speed. Now, I don't know who all has variable speed and who doesn't, but I'm just saying that variable speed really does help. Now, I'm sure Livescanner's non-variable speed version is probably run slow enough to where you can actually lock on the brush piles, because they've sold a lot of those units and a lot of people like those units. I've never owned one of them that didn't have the variable speed. But I love variable speed control. Now I'm just taking my remote, you know, everybody says, oh, I don't need a remote control. Well, I still like it for crappie fishing. I don't know about bass. See, there's a big thing of bait and crappie all in right next to that brush pile. And you can see it there. Now I am getting a little bit of interference. You see those lines that pop up? I am getting some interference, but you know what? I'd rather have a little bit of interference and be able to run both transducers at the same time than only be able to run one. But as you can see, man, those things, see the crappies swimming around the brush pile right over here? I'm gonna take the Livescanner. That's a big clunk of bait. I'm gonna take the Livescanner, just barely bump it with a remote and move it around and kind of show you the capabilities of this Livescanner. Here's some dogs barking in the background. Now I can still use my paddle. You know, if I want to use the paddle, that's how, I mean, you can dial it right in just as good with the paddle as you can the remote control. Now we're gonna get this Cumberland crappie rod, 10-foot rod out, and put us a jig on here, and we're gonna try to catch some of those fish so we can at least have some fish to put in the video. Now, over here, I just want to show you the bumper I put up. And I actually ended up just putting the live scope box, mounting it on the outside. I had it up under the bow plate and moved it out here with the intentions of possibly just getting rid of it, selling it. But after looking at the Humminbird, I don't know if I want to sell it now or not. I think I'm going to keep both at this point. Never hurts, because I'm sure Humminbird's going to come out with software updates that will get better, and when that happens, I will most likely ditch Garmin. Nothing wrong with Garmin. Actually, Garmin's probably just as good as Humminbird. It's I've already invested the money in Humminbird and the Humminbird network, so I'm going to have to stick with Humminbird at this point. Alright, let me show you what the jig looks like on the Mega Live. It's hard to video by yourself if you're wanting to see your jig in the water. See it moving. Now we'll go down here to the live scope. Nothing around there. I don't have the jig. It's hard to cast a jig and try to get it on screen. Well, you can see your jig on both of them. Try to get it down there and see if I can get one of them to bite down there. They're chasing it. Little ones. All right. Got some of them. Feels like a bigger one. That ain't too, it's not too bad. Not too bad for the first one in the brush pile. Arr. Show y'all all the bait fish that's coming through here on these units. Bait fish, lots of them. All right, hopefully that's a bigger one. Yeah, it is. Saw it come up and get it. Saw it both on the Mega Live and the Live Scope at the same time. All those bait fish around that brush pile with crappie mixed in with them. Just having a hard time catching them. Baby. Little baby. Little baby. made the video on the electronics that I wanted to do today. I didn't catch hardly any crappie to speak of. I got a few for the camera, little ones, nothing big. I did move over to the bridge, and there was a lot of bait and a lot of crappie all in there, but they were all little ones. But I did have fun today. It got cold now, so a little chilly. So we're gonna wrap up. I appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. Hit the like button, and any comments, questions you have, leave them. I'll try to answer them. Usually takes me a couple days sometimes to respond back, but I usually respond back to every one of them. So like I said, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, be greatly appreciated.